You're not bad
I never
anyone.
said I was. Are you out of your mind?
Men in general, we are problem solvers.
Hello, my panda pals, and welcome back to the channel. I know what you're thinking. You can't see my beautiful face. Well, I am very sorry. I do not have access to my filter right now, so you are just gonna have to suck it up and deal with listening to my sweet, sweet, perfect, angelic voice. You're welcome. Today we are going to be wrapping up this happily ever after tell-all saga. It is part 5. We did it. I am so proud of us. TLC, you will be getting my therapy bill in the mail later. So let's get right into it so that we can wrap this up and move the on with our lives. Sophie tells Lauren that it is unfair that she got off super easy for the tell-all and is now just dipping so that they don't have to be roasted at the mansion. Lauren sits down and she's like, all right, cool girl, I got 5 minutes. Tell me what you want to say to my face.
You guys don't show any of the bad sides. Are you not here? Did you not see us fighting? I kind of get it now.
Ooh, I mean, she is not wrong, but damn. Sophie calls her fake, Thais calls her selfish, and a woman hater, and Lauren tries to say that she is neither team woman nor team man, she is just team right.
You guys are very perfect online.
We're not
whatever.
You could have easily proven that you guys are genuine. You're such selfish. Look at you.
This whole fight is seriously so asinine to me. Just let the two of them leave and then go back to the mansion and talk shit about them behind their back. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Am I right? It just seems so wild at how confrontational they are getting with Lauren for leaving early because she forgot to ask the doctor to give her some thicker skin during her mommy makeover, especially when Angela is over here publicly abusing her husband. Angela and Michael say their goodbyes because they will also not be going to the mansion, and no one takes this opportunity to call her out on any of her shit except for Kobe.
Are you not coming tonight?
Oh, no, I'm you know, it's time for me to have peace.
Kobe comes out to continue to defend Michael.
My wife kept saying, give me my visa. That's your personal document.
You can tell him to shut his
I am not shutting my mouth.
Jasmine breaks down in tears because she's getting really triggered at how Angela is treating Michael because she keeps saying things like, it's her visa, and, you know, she's just not treating him like a human being.
I don't know, I feel so bad for him. Like I don't know, like when you come here
That's
and then you have a
crazy,
person telling you that it is your visa.
Ashley goes out to Angela to tell her that Jasmine is breaking down because of the way that she's treating Michael. And does Angela care? Hell no.
Jasmine's in there. I don't care. You don't care? No, I don't.
I think she's such an ass.
Everyone then heads back to the mansion.
We don't have Ashley and Manuel.
They are in a different car.
I love how it's always people who talk shit behind other people's backs that get the most upset when people talk about them behind their backs.
I can't believe how intense Sophie was.
Oh, she needed to let it out.
That far.
Rude to me. Like she flipped.
I mean, you definitely started that. You called her selfish, and I really don't know what you were expecting in return.
Cheers.
Jasmine is with Ed and Liz, and she asks if they think Ashley intentionally did not file Manuel's paperwork.
Manuel said, like, you spend hours on the phone with your cousin. You go to the gym for hours. To take her like a year.
I don't know.
Then she lets it casually drop that Manuel does DM her and talks to her and then asks her to delete their conversation afterwards.
The conversation is super innocent. It's about green card. It's about Manuel.
Why does that need to be deleted?
Ashley is with Manuel in the car and she tells him it really hurt when he told everyone that he was not sure how committed he was on making this marriage work.
Amor, tengo mucho para ti.
Does your marriage to me depend on whether or not you can get work?
Yo no lo sé.
Ugh, I mean, I feel like if it's not a no, then it is no bueno.
Gino did that to me. He was delaying the process. I don't know what is the real reason. She actually was super busy and all that, or it was not in her priority list.
I do believe that she was really busy, but no matter how busy you are, not filling out his paperwork is still a choice that you made. But let's be honest, you really can't compare Ashley and Gino, because Gino was not busy at all. Ashley was working on her fitness journey, growing her business. Gino was over in Michigan sitting on his ass.
A toda mujer lo que le duele es que le digan las verdades. Ese dinero que a él me ayuda con $200 solamente alcanza para mis hijos.
He tells us that he has to give his kids $200 a month, and the only reason he's been able to keep up with those payments is because his sister actually took out a line of credit, a fact that Ashley does not know.
¿En qué momento me dijiste, Manuel, tienes que llenar tus papeles?
Imprimeros, papeles, yo solo
¿Dónde están? Nunca lo he visto, Ashley.
Okay, Manuel.
Everyone gets up and goes upstairs to join in this drama, and then Manuel just storms off.
Get it. We should have filed the paperwork sooner.
But the paperwork is filed. Like, he's gonna have it soon.
The ladies are shocked that Manuel does not want to try and resolve things and that he just walks away. And Ashley tells them that he is an expert at playing the blame game.
I think what scares me the most is I've been bending a lot for this relationship, and when you bend something so many times, eventually it breaks.
Manuel heads down and tells another group that Ashley kept saying she did everything by herself, but that just wasn't true. He says he did pull his weight.
Yo fui la persona que consiguió el abogado.
She is right. She's also right. She has sacrificed a lot. It's not easy on her.
Kobe, you are an angel, you are too good for this mansion, and you are way too mature to be on this show.
Pero ella nunca dice, oye, ¿has hablado con tus hijos ahora? ¿Por qué no has escuchado que has hablado con tus hijos?
Manuel tells everyone that Ashley never even asks about his kids.
Pero ella te ayuda con la manutención. ¿Por qué dices que no les interesa?
Manuel says that giving him $200 a month for childcare is so different than asking him how his kids are. Which, yeah, that is true, but Ashley has also expressed multiple times wanting to have a relationship with his kids, and every time she does that, he puts a giant wall up that keeps that from happening. The attention then turns to Gino and Jasmine and how they can't get down and dirty with each other, and then Ed chimes in with words of wisdom, because if his dating track record tells us anything, it is that he is the most qualified to have an opinion that people should be listening to.
I think he's really sensitive. Don't consider just your feelings.
I haven't had sex in 8 months.
Can I tell you why? You're not listening.
He keeps telling Jasmine that Gino is trying his best and she is just being Angela, which is the meanest thing that you could say to anyone. Jasmine loses her absolute
Doesn't let me talk.
And listen to you. Don't insult me.
I just want to talk. Let me express myself.
Don't insult me. Don't.
Then don't be so easy to insult, my guy. Also, I wouldn't say that she's insulting you, but rather calling you out for what you really are. Then Jasmine screams at Gino, saying that she knew he was gonna put on this good guy act so that she would be the one to be painted the ultimate villain.
Everyone is like, poor Gino, he cannot have sex with you because you're such a terrible person. Then let me walk away.
The girls go off to support Jasmine and tell her that she needs to put a time limit on how long she's willing to wait for Gino to try and win her back before she calls it quits. And she tells them that she is going to give him 4 weeks after they get back to Michigan. Which, let's be honest, even with the top therapists in the country and a daily regimen of microdosing MDMA, y'all ain't gonna solve your intimacy issues in 4 weeks.
Men in general, like, we are problem solvers. Like,
Oh my God.
I know what you're thinking, I was thinking it too, but trust me, let this one cook.
when we come home at night and we're like, honey, what's wrong? Well, this happened. Then we want to solve it. But that's not our job. They just want us to listen.
Sometimes he does not make a complete and total colossal ass out of himself. Sometimes. Rarely.
What?
Just your folding skills. So crispy.
Ta-da.
Sophie and Rob have the most civil and level-headed conversation that I have ever heard from them. Rob asks how she's doing with everything, and she tells him that she was really mad at him in the beginning, but she's okay now.
I haven't really felt like you have wanted me or needed me. I feel like we need help.
Holy moly! Are you really telling me that the maturity in this conversation is continuing?
I am already talking to a therapist, and I have been for a little bit.
Oh, shut the front door. Rob seeking therapy on his own was definitely not on my 90-day bingo card, like at all.
And I think it'd be good to go to like a couples therapist and put both of our issues on the table with that reality that we're both here because we care.
Sophie does say that she is willing to do whatever, and honestly, I hope that they both stick with therapy. Even if it's not with each other, they both clearly need to work out some personal issues deep within their souls that are barring them from being happy as individuals. Jasmine and Gino talk, and honestly, I don't remember what they talked about, and I don't really care to go back and listen to it again, but Jasmine says that she wants him to miss her like when she was living in Panama, and Gino tells her that she can't really make that comparison because when you are long distance, it is very easy to miss your partner.
It's reaching the finish line if you don't do something drastic.
If she starts listening to me and we stop fighting all the time, I think we have hope.
Everyone packs up and leaves, and even though Liz is fixing Ed's hair for some reason, she does tell us that even though it hurts, she hopes to never see Ed ever again.
I want no more contact with Ed. Ed told me he still wants to be a part of my life. I'd be lying to myself if I say that it doesn't hurt knowing that this is going to be the last time that I see him.
Ed says goodbye to Liz in true Ed fashion, so, insanely annoying and cringy.
I don't want to say goodbye because I'm going to be stalking you.
You're really funny when I'm not dating you.
I know.
Well, yeah, he's not around 24/7, annoying the ever-living shit out of you. Anyway, everyone leaves, and is the tell-all over? Hell no! We are going back in time to show some never-before-seen footage. So let's all hop into this tell-all time machine and go all the way back to day 2.
First up, the couples were given an opportunity to clear their names. Now is your chance to finally get to the truth.
They bring in a polygraph technician, and the couples have a chance to get hooked up and answer questions that were anonymously submitted by the cast. Gino chickens out because he's not really ready, but convinces Jasmine to do it.
Are you attracted to Gino?
We all know that she is. God is the only one who knows why or how, but we know that she is.
Yes.
True.
The tech asks if she cheated on Gino with Dane the night before she came to America.
No.
True.
And everyone cheers like they're so proud of her, and she is like, well, thanks for having so much faith in me, guys. Sophie does not want to get hooked up. Liz does not want to get hooked up. And then, that's it. No one else had any questions for anybody else. And I cannot believe that no one wanted to ask Alexi if he thinks women only exist to serve men. And y'all only had questions for Liz, Sophie, and Jasmine? Really? No one wanted to ask Rob if he really wasn't attracted to that lunch girl? No one wants to ask Sophie if that voicemail was even real? No one wants to ask Manuel if he actually has plans on learning English? No one? Now, wherever Ed is, Liz is sure to be close by.
I was at Walgreens. I was mad at you. I left this on the counter, and you told me never to throw it away.
Let me see.
And then he was so racked with guilt that the next day he went back and was like, oh my God, I left something behind. You still have it? And they did. Now the photo is of them during their engagement, and Liz sees it and starts to cry and asks him if she can keep it for some reason. Ed tells Liz that he wants to stay friends, and Liz is like, no, I want to leave on a good note and then never see you again. I am sorry, but you do not interact with someone that you never want to see again like this. Every shot, whether they are in the foreground or the background, if Ed is there, Liz is interacting with him. She's laughing with him, she's hugging him, she's holding his hand, she cooks for him. Like, it is gross.
I'm like 50% she's still in love, and this guy is just a rebound, and 50% is like, no, she's over it.
Pat sits down with Ed and says that him and Liz were way too cuddly, and that if Jason was still at the mansion, Liz and him would definitely be over, because there is no way he would be okay with the two of them acting like that.
You were all cuddled, snuggled up with Liz the whole time.
I know.
You guys are holding hands.
She better have been holding it, because she has some poison that only transfers through skin contact.
It did seem like you were going for one more time for old time's sake type of thing.
Could I have closed it? Absolutely. I know Liz's weaknesses.
Ooh. Anyway, Ed goes to Liz and he is like, hey, so I blocked you on Instagram. Can you take my phone and unblock yourself? Cause teehee, I don't know how. Then he makes a joke about how he's gonna like murder her, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're so funny.
I poisoned your drink. You're gonna be dead in 2 hours.
We do get some Where Are They Nows, and Emily and Kobe, they have a boy, and they name him Atem. Angela and Michael went back to Georgia, and within 3 days, Michael was gone. He tells us that once they returned home, she kept getting angry with him and saying awful things to him, and he honestly got to a point where he was just done.
She said she wants to go out to make some errands. I went to the closet, picked up my backpack and essential documents, and I left the house.
Oh, so when he says he grabbed his things and left, he means to say that he escaped. Her errands were probably buying a shovel and some rope. He goes on to tell us that he walked for 5 hours, came across a man and begged him to use his phone so that he could call a friend and get himself to a bus station and ultimately to safety.
I want to move on with my life. enough is enough. I mean, no one deserves to be treated this way.
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. This season was so weird. It was lukewarm for 90% of the season, and then the tell-all came in with a bang, and then felt like it ended in a fizzle, you know? Anyway, I am glad Michael escaped. I hope he finds happiness, and I hope Karma finds Angela, and I hope that I can find Ashley so we can finally be besties. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Fingers crossed that Before the 90 Days will be way more interesting and enjoyable than this was. Hope to see you guys for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!